Hey guys, how's it going? I've been using Dia for about a week now, and I figured I wanted to share a few things on it and AI browsers as a whole on the direction they may be going, and if it's ready for prime time. Ultimately, I don't think anybody should jump ship from Safari or Chrome, maybe, but there's definitely some use cases that I'm opening Dia for, and I'm forcing myself to use it a little more. So let's jump right into it. So I'm on the Dia's webpage here. You could download it. It says early access, but you're able to get it pretty quickly. I'm on the wait list for Perplexity, and I'm still waiting to get in on that one. So to me, the big difference between Perplexity and Dia, again, I still haven't used it, is what it can do. I think Dia is more research and able to search through everything, whereas Perplexity is actually able to do clicks on your behalf. So, as scary as it may sound, it could order a product for you on Amazon, right? It could search Amazon for it, click on the buttons it needs to click, and actually place that order. Let's not talk about Perplexity too much, but let's dive into Dia here once again. So the Dia page, we'll jump to some other tabs here is this little chat button. Next to it, I have my 1Password. That's the only extension I've installed. Okay, so right up in the top here, we have this little chat button in the right top corner. If we click on that, it's going to slide out a chat window like any of the other chat assistants, ChatGPT, Gemini. It pretty much works like that. So I'm just going to jump open to my news feed just so we could get a couple of links to a couple of different sites. We'll grab some random stuff. Some of them I think are YouTube articles. There's a real mix in here. And we'll show you what we could do as a whole. Okay, so I grabbed a couple of articles, opened them up in new tabs, and now I'm going to jump to the first tab. So this Apple AI article is talking about wallpaper that celebrates Southeast Asian musicians and artists. Again, there's a lot of ways of getting summaries of articles, but in here we could do that too. So we could open up the side view and just say summary, right? So in real time, it's thinking and now it's giving out a breakdown of our summary, right? Apple is celebrating Southwest Asian musicians and artists with a new inspiration. That's the gist of it. So there's a lot of things that does that. But the key difference here is that we could do this across multiple tabs. That's the magic right now, at least with Dia that I'm seeing. All right, guys. So the thing down here is we want to put the at symbol, and then it's going to give this drop down of all the tabs we have open. So either we could do all tabs or we could go by domain. Like we have 4 tabs that are YouTube. We have 2 tabs that are The Verge. Let's go ahead and just hit The Verge. And then we could go ahead and say summary and hit enter. And then it's going to look at those tabs and summarize what's in those tabs, right? That is great. I really like that. And I was using it for this reason for a bit, the first couple of days, and then I found something else that was interesting that I didn't know about. Let's go to another tab. So this Verge one says, well, let's look at a YouTube one. Let's see. All right, guys. So I grabbed a couple of YouTube videos that lead with a question, and I'm going to go into that specifically. So the reason I chose these is because of their hooks, right? The hooks is what sell articles and videos. And it's usually the question that they're posing. So in this one, it's does he care about his business? Question. This lends to, I'm curious about that answer, but I don't want to watch the whole video to find the answer. So in this chat, I'm going to go into this reason. What I've noticed after a couple of days, it took me a little bit to figure this out, but in the bottom here, this slash product slash sum, these are custom prompts that you can make. So let's go ahead and jump into mine and I'll show you what my summary or sum does. So in my summary, I'm going to scroll all the way up. It says, if the title is a question, answer it directly and clearly in the first sentence. Then write a short summary, 2 to 3 lines, that explains the topic or provides context after that, including concise bullet points that highlights the key takeaways, steps, and insights if any products are mentioned, including their names and links directly under the relevant bullet points. And then I have my formatting on how I want that laid out, right? So this is currently what I'm using or quick articles. So what I do is I just click on the slash sum and it puts it in the bottom bar here. And then I click the submit button, the up arrow, and now it's running. Okay, so it came back and it starts with the answer to our hook that we cared about, right? That was the first thing. And the answer is no. At the start of the episode, Manny, the owner, does not seem to truly care about his business. But by the end, he regains his passion and commitment. Awesome. Now we know what it's kind of about. Now we have a summary. The Kitchen Nightmare episode follows Gordon Ramsay as he tries to save a failing Greek restaurant in Queens, New York. The owner, Manny, and Christina are on the brink of divorce, and their lack of teamwork and responsibility has put both their marriage and business in jeopardy. And now we have key points. And then I also have something at the end that lists any products that's mentioned in the article or the video. So again, it's pulling all this from the transcripts and then summarizing it. But this is my quick tell me about the article and video. And again, you could do this across multiple tabs if you wanted to. So let's jump over to this GPT-5 and let's try it one more time. Let's go ahead and hit sum, puts it in the bottom, we submit it. So now it's thinking. So this time it's answering no because there is not a question in the title. And we understand that. So we'll just jump right to the summary. OpenAI has officially launched ChatGPT, the most advanced AI model yet available to all ChatGPT users. GPT-5 brings major improvement in reasoning, coding, writing, health-related queries, and content handling with new subscription tiers and model variants. And then again, we got the key points, and then we got the products mentioned with links, right? ChatGPT, and it looks like Microsoft Copilot, they mentioned also. And this works nicely. This is what I'm using it for. So it can do a lot. Again, it can do a lot. You could look through multiple websites if maybe you're in the stock market and you want to check data from different sites and pull it in as a summary, a combined summary. There's so many uses to it. It really does open the bar a bit. Now, should you jump to it? I don't know. I was a little hesitant. It does not import Safari bookmarks, which is really annoying. So you kind of have to recreate them. I do believe it pulls in Chrome. So if you're a Chrome user, cool. It might be easier onboarding because you're using Chrome. It uses all the Chrome extensions, so you're pretty good there. But I think it's going for like $20 a month is what they're planning to do. I still think it's free because it's beta right now, but I hear it's coming really, really soon. I don't know if it's polished enough. Again, the onboarding from Safari, I still would like, and this is one of the reasons I don't use Chromes that much. I'm very much baked into the Apple ecosystem, and the syncing of bookmarks, okay, they can make that work. But I also use reading lists a lot. I add a lot of things to my reading list and go back later and check them. But with that said, again, $20, I don't know. $20 is, I think, how much they're charging for Perplexity. If you're just getting the browser, which is called Comet, you could get early access to it if you're paying that $200 a month for the Perplexity Pro or something it's called. If not, then you have to go on the waiting list to get in. And from what I'm hearing, it could take a week to a month to get in. And then once you're in, I think you get a little bit of a trial and then it goes to like $20 a month. I want to play with it because you could actually have it do stuff for you. So it could actually browse through a web page and click on links and input form submissions for you. I don't know how advanced it is now. I always want to know what's possible. It's not even whether I use it on a day to day, but what's possible? What are other people using this stuff for? Let me know your use cases down below. I'm really interested in this stuff. Okay, guys, till next time. Take care.